Backyard Barbecue Podcast, the premier hip-hop podcast in the game. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Backyard Barbecue Podcast, the premier hip-hop podcast in the game. I am your host, Kane Patrick.
Yo, what's up, guys? This is Jay Vivid.
And here for episode 3.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of stuff happening up. Yeah.
3 episodes in. A lot of people didn't think we would make it.
Yeah, man, we're really excited to be doing this. We're having a good time.
I'm glad we're keeping it consistent.
Yeah.
And I'm glad everybody, whoever has been tuning in, I appreciate it, and hopefully we gain some more. So definitely talk about us.
Yeah, and we've been up to a lot of things. We got approved by iTunes, so we're now on iTunes.
Oh yeah.
We got approved by Stitcher, so now we're on the Stitcher app. We're on SoundCloud. We're on YouTube. Next thing we're coming for is Spotify, so we're gonna try to get on there.
And we're definitely working on. We got definitely big things planned for you. We can't say exactly, but be ready for like guests. We're gonna be ready for guests soon. We're gonna be and that's only gonna lead us to other things.
Yeah. Bigger, better setup.
Bigger, better things. Yeah, everything's gonna grow eventually.
Yeah, but you'll see it all before your eyes if you're watching it on YouTube. If you're listening on the podcast, then that
you're gonna hear it. We're definitely gonna get better at podcasting in general.
But yeah, man, it's been real exciting doing all this, and
it's been fun.
We want to open up the show by saying R.I.P. to someone.
Today's is an anniversary to a legend in the game. To me,
for those that don't know, we record on Wednesdays and we upload to y'all on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So currently today, on this Wednesday, February 7th, it's the
anniversary death of a great legend.
Big Pun. R.I.P. man.
Oh yeah.
February 7th, 2000 is when he died. And we just want to say R.I.P.
Definitely, because he was influential, even if people don't know it. A lot of people don't even notice how influential Big Pun was, and I don't think a lot of people would even know. Actually, there's a lot of people out there who don't have no idea who Big Pun is. I know a whole bunch of people who don't know who Big Pun is, and I wouldn't know who Big Pun was if it wasn't for the fact that I've touched on this fact a little bit, that I had an older sister and I got a lot of my influence from her. And so when I actually got into rap a little older, the only rap I listened to was whatever I could sneak into my room and grab hip hop CDs from her room and run into my mom's room, grab the CD player, put it on my headphones so nobody knew what I was listening to. And I remember the day I found a Big Pun album, because she had a bunch of albums. Some of them didn't stand out to me, like the day I found the Punisher album, Big Pun.
Mm-hmm.
Punisher. When I found that album, because at the time I knew who Fat Joe was, and so listening to this album, I go, why does this guy sound like so much like Fat Joe? Did he take Fat Joe's freestyle or his style?
Yeah.
And whatnot, not knowing anything, because I was probably 9, 10, 11 in that era. And then I ended up doing, I don't know how I got this knowledge, but I ended up finding out that Big Pun and Fat Joe actually started up together,
mm-hmm.
and Big Pun was actually Fat Joe's influence. And that's how I was like, man, well, listening to Big Pun was like a way better Fat Joe.
Yeah.
Like, he sounded just like Fat Joe, but his lyrics were way better. His wordplay was way better. He was all around a way better rapper, and it's sad that he's gone, because he should be somebody that he talked about as far as like putting him up there with Tupac and Biggie. Big Pun was that good.
Yeah. So, I don't have a lot of musical experience with Big Pun, but I know that he is one of the better ones to ever have done it.
Oh yeah.
And definitely one of the first pioneers for the fatter rapper wave, which I'm all for.
He was pushing that fat wave. He on that Punisher album, he had like skits where he was on the radio station, and like radio stations were giving him shit for being so fat, and him and Fat Joe. Yeah. And they would make jokes about how fat they were and how like they love being fat and how they love being fat together. They pretty much would flip the script on people that would try to fat shame them. Yeah. On them.
No body shaming, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, no body shaming, especially not for such talented people.
Exactly. We got other things to worry about.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. My dad used to get mistaked for Big Pun all the time back in the '90s because they looked identical. Yeah, so
I don't know what your dad looks like. I'm gonna have to check out a picture.
It's pretty funny. But yeah, he told me that he always used to get mistake for him, and he'd signed a couple autographs a couple times, took some pictures. But yeah,
hey, that's an honor.
Yeah,
though.
I mean it's cool. I mean, shout out to Big Pun, R.I.P.
Oh yeah, shout out to Big Pun's family, and I know Joe Budden is still like really close. They were family. So
yeah. Our condolences.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have to see another one go like that.
Oh yeah, hopefully no more. No more 2018.
But we're gonna start off with something interesting that I saw. Last week was the Grammys, and a list came out of 9 rappers who have never won a Grammy. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna look at all 9, and we're gonna discuss who we think should deserve one. Do any of these 9s not deserve one? So let's just go through it. The list includes Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Nas, J. Cole, DMX, Biggie, The Game, and Nicki Minaj.
Now, just to understand what you were saying, so these rappers have never won a Grammy.
No.
And so we're asking,
which one of them?
Which one should have a Grammy?
Should have a Grammy.
Okay. Or should have the most.
Yeah.
Grammys.
Honestly, I think all 9 of them deserve one.
Oh yeah, all of them at least deserve one.
Yeah,
Grammy. But now that's why they're asking. I'm surprised none of them have won a Grammy. Of course, people like Tupac and Biggie or Snoop Dogg because that's when they died before hip hop made it to that level.
Yeah, hip hop wasn't
being
actually recognized as an actual art form,
mm-hmm.
especially not by the Grammys. Judging music. So. If it would have been the same way like it was today where they recognize rap, I think they would definitely have.
They would
Grammys.
be in the Kendrick where they're sweeping the Grammys. Yeah, sweeping the Grammys.
But Nas is also in that category. He was around the same time, so I think it'd be a big competition between.
I was gonna say who should have the most. To me, actually, you know what's funny about this, and a lot of people don't think about it, but Ice Cube because he played such a big role in so many people's career in the background.
Not only that.
With as far as like writing and then
he wrote most of the stuff for NWA.
Yeah.
Like he wrote most of Eazy-E's verses. He wrote all of his own verses.
Mm-hmm.
He was ghostwriting for other people.
He's written some great movies, even though it has nothing to do with
Grammys. Nothing to do with Grammys, but still.
But I'm just saying he's created a lot.
He doesn't get recognized a lot for what he did.
Yeah, he doesn't actually get the recognition at all for what he does in general. He's still doing things in hip-hop.
J. Cole, I definitely think 2014 Forest Hills Drive should have won a Grammy.
He should probably have one.
At least one. That album was crazy.
For sure, somebody like Biggie would be getting recognized because he was such a great lyricist.
Well, you got to think about it too. Biggie really only had 3 albums, and one of them came after he died. So
you're right. But I mean, like you were saying, if it was nowadays, he'd be definitely recognized for his talent.
Oh yeah,
because he was such a great lyricist. Even Tupac.
The Game.
I mean, I know The Game has done some. I'm not gonna discredit him, but as far as Grammy, I don't.
I couldn't name you
a Grammy
something
artist?
that I think deserved a Grammy, but I know he has some of the best bars out of any rappers.
Yeah. But there's no trophies for having good bars.
Definitely, I think Nicki. I know you have your differences with Nicki Minaj.
I used to have such differences with Nicki. Why? I don't know. I don't like her attitude towards her personality she puts on.
Yeah.
For the camera, usually turns me off because it comes off very egotistical and very what's the word? Not be humble.
Braggadocious.
Yeah, braggadocious, and I didn't like that about her.
Yeah.
But talking to you, you've been one of the biggest Nicki advocates.
Well,
and so with that being said, I started listening. I've been listening to Nicki a little bit more in her features. And I'm like, man, Nicki snaps most of the time.
No,
man.
Nicki always has amazing verses.
Yeah, she usually snaps.
I'll be the first one to say it. if you don't like Nicki Minaj, please go listen to Itty Bitty Piggy.
So
go listen to her verse on
Kane's
Monster.
been putting me on Nicki. I've been becoming a fan slowly of Nicki.
Go listen to her verse in Tap Out. Go listen to her not her newest, but her verse on Rake It Up by Yo. How do you kill Yo Gotti on his own track?
That's the one I was talking about. I was like when the Rake It Up feature.
I don't even like that song, but Nicki Minaj's verse,
catchy, man. I like catchy
Nicki
songs,
Minaj's
man.
verse kills it.
She's kills it.
I
hate to say it
again.
I'm not a Nicki. I mean, I used to not be a Nicki fan, but I'm grown to be a Nicki fan, and Nicki usually kills it.
They say supposedly that Safari wrote all of her old verses, but even if that's true, even if it's just an act, she's snapped. So I mean, I don't see how anyone that appreciates rap cannot be a Nicki fan. And obviously, when she's making pop records and stuff like that, it's whatever. But but when Nicki has bars and she comes with the bars, Nicki, there's no stopping her.
She snaps, man.
Yeah, and, every time.
It's funny how you talked about Nicki having writers for her, because this is a topic that I talked about with my barber yesterday. Mm-hmm. He's real big in hip hop as well. And we were talking about, he brought up Drake and how Drake is one of the biggest rappers as far as a brand. He is the biggest rapper.
Drake is the biggest rapper that we've ever seen
in hip hop. And we were talking about how like he might have had writers for him before.
Bigger than Wayne?
Yeah, nobody's doing.
Come on.
Nobody's doing what Drake is doing right now.
I understand that. But Lil Wayne, circa 2008, if you heard that Lighter Flick, it was...
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, like, Drake being a brand, like, he's a brand now.
Yeah,
Drake
but
isn't...
Lil Wayne was worldwide, like...
Oh, man, you telling me that Drake's not international?
No, Drake is international. I never said that. But I'm saying, like, Lil Wayne was probably... Because he was a rock star. He was literally a rock star. And he put out a whole rock album, and I mean, it wasn't the best thing in the world.
I liked a lot of those songs,
but Lil Wayne was definitely huge. To say Drake is bigger now than Lil Wayne ever was, I'm not sure. I don't know what the stats are on that, but Drake is definitely the biggest right now in terms of a rapper.
But I mean, as far as like in success and not just hip hop, but I mean like.
Overall
and brand and like creating this,
and Drake has the Apple commercial.
What he's been doing, like nobody in hip hop has been able to accomplish what he's been accomplishing.
Okay.
And a lot of people will say because he sold out, and a lot of people will say because of a lot of things. And one of the things I was talking about with my barber is writing, because you were talking about how Nicki Minaj might have had writers before.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, and this is a good topic on rap in general, because it wasn't until Drake got caught out by Meek about having writers.
The whole Quentin Miller shit.
Yeah, that people now put such an emphasis on writing now since then.
But I feel that's a good thing.
But this is something that we're talking about with my barber, and we're like, the way we see it now, how rappers credit writers.
Yeah.
You can think about it. Nowadays, there's more writers than there are lyrics in a song. So that's why I was saying, I was like, you can't really judge people on having writers, because I grew up in around an environment that people were always creating music and musical content, and I knew like when people were writing, we would advise them.
Okay, but see, there's
on some of the lyrics, like, oh, you should reword that this way.
Yeah, but I'm cool with that. Yeah. Let's say I sit down and write a song, and you're like, I tell you a line. And you're like, oh, but what if you said this instead, and like you kind of did this, and I took what you said and kind of implemented it in my own ways. Yeah. Obviously, I'm gonna credit you as someone that helped me. Yeah. But if you like, hey, I wrote this whole verse, you just spit it, that's completely different. And that's completely
different. That's what we were talking about, though. How like you see songs that have like 15 people credited to it, and I'm like, obviously you know what those 15 people did.
Yeah.
It wasn't them all. I was like, what they did? They all wrote one word.
Yeah. No, that doesn't make sense.
That's not how it worked. I'm like, all of them just kind of gave their advice on how the song should go. And so that's why I was like, well, that's why we shouldn't discredit people on having writers. I was like, unless they have a song and it only has one credit, that means that one writer wrote that whole song.
If it has one thing and it's not them, it's not looking good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if there's only one credit on that.
But also song, you got to think about a ghostwriter. A literal ghostwriter is not going to be credited, and it's just going to be paid under the table.
Yeah, but we were talking about
something we'll never know about.
Yeah, but whenever you're Drake status and you're trying to keep at the top that's why I was like, you kind of have to let that slide because you got to think about that pressures of what it. Think about how much you can only create so much art and being so busy. Of course, he needs a little bit of help.
And the thing about fans too, they're just constantly, oh, give us more.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, give us more. And so you kind of have to let that slide as far as like
Kendrick, when Damn came out, dropped an album, and people were already like, oh my God, a new album is coming in 2 days. Like, bro, he just released this one. Like, listen to this one first.
Yeah, and I don't think, and I know I'm going to get some backlash on that because people are like, hip-hop's about the rhymes, though, and it's about creating it yourself and creating, and that's true.
I completely agree with that.
Completely agree, but I'm also a businessman at the end. I got to think about if I was in that position and trying to stay at the top, I would have to do what I have to do.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with influence and suggestions.
Yeah.
But completely, I'm going to write a whole song for you, and then you just go perform it. You're just a character that performs in front of everybody.
No, I'm not down with
that's not
having
cool.
A whole... You're not even who you say you are. They created your name. They created your look. They created
You're an industry plant.
Yeah, you're an industry plant. Yeah, I'm not down with that. That's something I'm not down with. And I think that's where people get confused. They think that just because somebody wrote maybe a song or two for you, that you're an industry plant now. And that's not exactly true.
No, I mean, because there's a lot of... I mean, writing just happens. You know, it's like, it's a creative process, and sometimes songs just get given to other people. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, if it's art that needs to be put out into the world, then so be it. Whatever format it comes out in. But, just don't be a fraud, basically.
Yeah,
that's just the moral of it. And with that being said, I don't think Nicki is a fraud just because maybe she had 1 or 2 songs written for her by her ex-boyfriend. Mm-hmm. So, I do think she deserves a Grammy. I think all these people deserve Grammys.
Yeah, all of them at least deserve 1 Grammy for sure. But as far as the most, I would have to give that to Ice Cube, and that's just my opinion because Ice Cube has done a lot for hip-hop and still is in the background, even if he was never the forefront all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how the Grammys work exactly.
So, because I don't know if the Grammys have a writing. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they have a writing Grammy.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure, like, when a song gets written, anyone that's credited as a writer also gets a Grammy.
Okay.
Because, like, when Bodak Yellow got nominated, Kodak Black was like, I hope she wins because then I'll get one because he's credited as a writer because, you know, his song influenced hers.
So, in my opinion, I think that Ice Cube would have the most out of all of them.
Because of the writer?
Because of the writing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But with that being said, when Tupac died, he released like 6 or 7 albums.
Oh, man, I hear that they probably still have like albums in vaults.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Still that they can release.
What I'm saying is if Tupac's not, obviously he's not going to release the album.
Yeah.
But if an album gets released by him and it gets nominated for a Grammy and he wins, does that count as him having a Grammy? Right? It would, right?
I mean, in a way, to Tupac
obviously
fans,
he can't physically hold it, but it'll be his Grammy.
It'll be his Grammy. But so, I'll say either way, that doesn't matter because real Tupac fans, people who know Tupac and have studied Tupac, know a Grammy or not that he's a Grammy artist.
Yeah, obviously. But I'm saying, like, if he released that many albums after his death and the Grammys were taking hip-hop seriously back then, he would have the most. Because he released, not him, but so many albums by him got released after his death. Mm-hmm. So, I mean...
that's up in the air with that one.
But, yeah,
that's always a what-if situation.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I don't...
That's a good little topic, though.
There's a lot of hip-hop artists that do deserve Grammys. So, well... I
mean, there's a lot of people that deserve a lot of things.
That's true.
We don't always get what we deserve.
All right, so I think we're gonna wrap that one up and get in to what's on the menu for today. And as always, we're starting off with the news.
And it seems like we all are starting off the news all the time with Takashi, our Takashi here,
our good friend 6ix9ine,
the rainbow,
the rainbow-haired warrior.
Yes. The Rainbow Viking. I like that.
The ain't nobody testing my gangsta.
Well, somebody decided to test his gangsta.
I guess so. So the night of Super Bowl, as you know, it was in Minneapolis. He performed, and people did not want him to perform.
So actually, now that we're talking about this, I should have gave you the more news on that. I actually read the full article on that and how that started.
Yeah.
So Tekashi and his group went on there, and they started off the concert by they weren't. I don't want to say technically disrespecting, but I can understand if people are already going to your show and they don't like you.
Yeah.
And then they kind of they went in there pretty
amped up.
Pretty amped up. They knew what they were doing, and they were looking for a reason to go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And he started the show by saying Brooklyn in the house and repeating Brooklyn in the house, pretty much shouting Brooklyn in the house, him and his people, and they got mad.
Well, I mean, he is a Brooklyn dude,
Yeah.
so I mean, I don't think there's
Supposedly
anything wrong with that.
they got mad
but
at that.
You gotta acknowledge where you are.
Yeah. Minnesota.
Minneapolis.
I thought they were in Minnesota.
Minneapolis. Yep, you're
Is
right.
that right?
You're right. Yeah.
Sorry,
Minnesota.
guys.
Oh, I didn't pass geography in high school.
I was actually horrible at geography.
But yeah, so he got on stage. I wasn't aware of what happened before him, but the stage. I mean, not the stage. The crowd just started throwing shit at him.
It was because I didn't know what it was too. I thought people were throwing stuff to hit the glass, the lights above them, so the lights could fall on them. But it was people on the top floor were throwing their bottle service buckets.
Yeah.
And that's what you see. It looks like glass is being thrown. And it's bottle service buckets. They're being thrown from the top.
Okay. So like ice was being thrown and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, 6ix9ine, don't go disrespecting cities because maybe this won't happen.
Yeah, because I can't lie, man. I don't think Dallas would take that lightly either. If you came to Dallas and you're like, just not even recognizing
where you were.
Yeah, and just like Brooklyn. I mean, no hate towards New York. I love New York. I take a lot of New York slang, but I'm just saying don't disrespect where you're at either. I'm getting tired of so much Tekashi.
Yeah,
there's Tekashi everywhere.
Yeah, 6ix9ine. He's not.
But along with that going on,
there's a lot of news about him, and it's just like we have to touch on it because we are, trying to inform you of what's happening. But I really don't care. Like,
I mean, when we talk about, because we are a hip hop podcast, and the reason why we even touch on that because it just so happens that it's linked to hip hop.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're advocates of it. I mean, we're not gonna like I said, I'm no person to discredit anybody's art.
Yeah.
But as right now, I really don't care about Tekashi.
I don't either.
He's creating a lot of noise, and it's interesting. But I'm tired of opening up my.
I'm tired of talking about him.
Yeah,
honestly.
talking about him. Yeah. But along with the Tekashi, they even ran him outside at Minnesota.
Yeah.
There's a little video of Tekashi actually posting up, so he's actually about it.
Yeah.
So I guess that's on. I guess he does have a little gangster.
But yeah, I heard there were shots fired.
Yeah, there were shots fired.
He got ran off, but I don't know.
Yeah.
This guy, he's
I mean, they're kids, and
he's something else. Honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. If I see him messing up a couple more times, I don't think he's gonna be making as much noise in hip hop as he is right now within the next year.
Well, see, it's such a weird way in the time that we're living in, because I feel like hate gets you more success because the people are in love with hating right now, because the more people talk about who they hate, people are talking about who they hate more than they talk about who they love. And so more people are like hearing about people who they hate, and so other people are looking at that. So that's why it's creating this snowball effect with Tekashi. But the thing is that it can get to a point where people are tired of it, and that happened with people like Woah Vicky. Woah Vicky was popping whenever she was first starting off because she was so out there, and people didn't understand it, and she was pissing people off. But then she got to a point where she was uploading every day, and it was a different drama every day, and now it got tired. Instead of like once a week or once every 2 weeks, then it became every day. Now it's like, we're tired of hearing about you. Stop getting in trouble, or stop trying to stir up things, because eventually people are going to see your bullshit. Just like you're saying, if he keeps doing this, I think people are going to understand that you're just doing this now for attention, and we're tired of it, and we don't want to see it anymore. So
also along with that news,
with that
more
Tekashi,
6ix9ine news.
Looks like he's gaining some success a little bit.
I guess so. He posted a picture on his Instagram saying,
actually, no, it's not success at all, because he's signing to Birdman, Rich Gang, and that means he ain't gonna be seeing his money.
He says he signed for $15 million, which is a lie. I don't know. I don't care.
He probably got $10,000 up front, and Birdman said he's gonna pay him the rest throughout the year.
Man,
and look, he ain't never gonna see that money
before any of that. I don't care how many #1 singles you have. You're fresh in the rap game. You're probably a year in. You're not getting a $15 million deal, especially if you're 6'9". Especially if you're 6'9".
Especially if you're 6'9", especially if you're starting to Birdman. Birdman ain't giving you no.
Birdman is not going to give you any money.
Yeah, especially 15
Have you
million.
not read any? Birdman robs every single person.
Yeah.
Birdman robs.
And that's how you know he's a rookie in the game, because he doesn't know. He's not talking to rappers that have already been for years, for a decade, over a decade, that have been getting screwed over by Birdman.
But how would you not know that? Birdman robbed Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
One of the greatest rappers to ever live. He robbed him. Lil Wayne should not.
And Lil Wayne made it known, too.
No, Lil Wayne should not be in the position that he's in right now. Like, he's
He's
literally one of the greatest rappers to ever
get back on his feet again and create a name again for himself after all that drama with Birdman.
Man, I don't understand why you.
This can either be a start or the ending for Tekashi.
I don't care. Literally, if no label, let's say I'm in the same position as 6ix9ine is, and no label is looking at me, and only Birdman is looking at me, I'm staying independent.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If Birdman walked up to me, I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry.
No, like, it's not happening.
Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. But you know why, Birdman?
Yeah, Birdman. You know I'm not signing to you.
Yeah, and you know why. And I'm not gonna explain myself to you.
All the labels are gonna rob you. I mean, that's just it's gonna happen. If you sign to a label, you're gonna get robbed. But Birdman is gonna extra rob you, and he's gonna let it be known. So I'd rather go get robbed a little bit over here than have you publicly rob me in front of everyone. So, 6ix9ine, that was a terrible move, if it is true, which I doubt.
Yeah, even if it was
I doubt it's true, because he's a big troll.
Yeah. Even with that troll hair.
I don't, this guy's on some other shit. Drake,
What's the Drake news?
Drake is everywhere. Was in Miami shooting his video for God's Plan and interrupted a high school, had a whole show, had a drone flying, was partying with the kids. You think it was a good move to shoot it at a high school?
I think it was cool to it would have been. I think it's cool in general, because the fact that he's just kind of just showing love to a city that he's not even from.
Yeah.
Showing love to people that, like I said, he's not from that city or state, and he's still giving back to a community that he's not from, and just giving out support because he can. He's at that position where he can help people when he wants to, and he's choosing to, and I think that's really cool of him.
See, the thing I liked about it was that he was like, he's showing that, you know, he does care about his fans, because I've never heard of an instance of a rapper just like, hey, let me go shoot a music video at this high school because I know a bunch of high schoolers listen to me. I know all of them know my lyrics, so I don't have to tell them anything. I'm just going to go in there. All right, guys, we're going to start this song. Every single one of them is going to know it.
Yeah.
I'm that big of an artist where I know all of them are going to know it. So let's just go shoot this video.
It's either a smart plan on Drake or a smart plan on Drake's management.
Yeah.
But I think it was cool, for sure.
I
don't want to talk about that.
Which one?
I'm going to save that. Sorry. That's for the next segment. Our middle segment.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with that song God's Plan, it's now platinum. So
I definitely saw that coming.
Yeah.
As far as having
well deserved on Drake's part.
Yeah. Always big ups to Drake. There's hardly a time that I'm not. And whenever you do take an L, I will let you know, Drake.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you're.
I'll be the first to let you know. Views was trash, Drake. I just want to. Views was not a good album.
Shots fired.
And I've literally had 3-hour arguments over this. I did not like Views. Views wasn't good. Please argue.
Yeah,
with
because
me.
Drake, D writers, you know.
Look,
you gotta understand.
I like Drake. I like Drake as much as the next guy. Views was trash.
This is something like a topic that, I mean, I want to touch on a little bit of it. I could talk like an hour on this, but me being a hip hop fan, that means that just because I'm a fan of an artist doesn't mean I'm just gonna give them an all pass on everything they do.
I'll let them know. Like last week when I said Culture 2 wasn't good, it wasn't. I'm a Migos fan, but I'm gonna let you know, Migos, Culture 2 wasn't good. Drake, Views was not good.
Because I know the hardcore die fans are gonna be everything they do is great.
Yeah,
no, that's not true.
Please get out of here.
No.
Speaking of Migos, let's get into the next thing. Migos charts 14 tracks this week on the Hot 100, tying the Beatles for the most entry ever in a group in a single week.
No.
Now tied with the Beatles. The last time that happened was April of 1964. They have 14 songs on the Hot 100, but their album is 24 tracks. So you expect that, at least 10 of them are going to make it on there.
Charts most 14 tracks on the. It's I read something similar, but it wasn't about the Migos. It was Drake. Drake has the top. He has the most top 10 hits.
Yeah.
Like he has like 60 top 10 hits.
Yeah.
And that's the most top 10 hits. But as far as like going back to the Migos, I can tell you right now that's gonna create that them saying that about Migos is gonna create a lot of controversy in the music industry in general, because diehard rock fans hate being compared to fucking hip hop.
Oh yeah.
And
they don't
so
like that
the
shit.
fact that they're gonna be like, Migos try to say that they're up there with the Beatles. They're gonna say that they're saying they're as good as the Beatles, and that's how they're gonna take it. And they're fucking trash, and I can just already hear that backlash from the rock fans from the Migos. But big up to Migos.
We got one here.
Yeah, we got a few here. We have to deal with.
We got a friend here that strictly listens to old music, and diehard Beatles fan. Has it tattooed on him, and it's just funny to talk to him.
He's definitely not a hip hop advocate. So we have somebody, dude. Believe me, we're always like going back and forth with somebody as far as debating hip hop and if hip hop has a role in art.
Yeah, because our kitchen here, it's everyone here loves music, but everyone here loves different music. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's always fun to talk to everyone, see where everyone else is coming from. Yeah. But, at the end of the day, hip hop is.
And I'm one of those advocates that I listen to everything, dude. I have a wide variety of music. I had a time where I've listened to. That's why, because I know a lot of people are going to try to question my my skill in music, and they're like, what do you know about hip hop, or what do you know about music? I'm like, dude, I've been listening. I had a time where I listened to like classical for like years. And then I listened to like rock for years, and then of course from listening to rock, I listened to all the subgenres of rock. Yeah. And that led me to, of course, like blues and funk, and I even listened to like the '70s like disco stuff. I listened to country music. There was a time where I was in hardcore country for a little bit. For like a good year, I was listening to nothing but country. So I have an ear for what true music and art is. I can understand people's art in every art form in music.
I can listen to anything pretty much, but hip hop is my shit. I love it. There's never gonna be a time where you pass me the aux and I'm gonna be like, let me play something different. No, it's always gonna be hip hop. If it's my choice, I'm listening to rap music.
And that brings me on a topic that I actually wanted to say for like another time, but since we're already kind of bringing it up now, and I'll just touch on it real quick, is the fact that like hip hop, how we talked about hip hop has come so far, and the reason how like I listen to so many genres, and most of the reason why I listen to so many genres is because I like to listen to music. Music is a big creative pool for me, and it's a way for me to just like let out and just let go. And I used to have different musics for different emotions and different moods. And that's why I had so many different genres of music. Yeah. And I like now that rap now, and this is what I was talking about, because I had somebody tell me that certain type of subgenres of rap now don't deserve a place in hip hop in general. But I was like, no, I was like, if you want to be hard, we have hard rap. If you want to be a gangster, we got gangster rap. Yeah. Too, so you can feel gangster. Or if you want to feel happy, we have happy rap now. We got people like Yachty. There's a guy I named Six Dogs. He's like that happy rap type stuff. And so rap is such a big art now.
Yeah,
I have something for. I can now listen to rap for any mood. Even angry. We now have angry rap.
There's intellectual rap. There's intellectual sad, rap. Happy. Mm-hmm. Whatever you're feeling, there is something you can listen to. Yeah. You just got to go out and look for it. Yeah. It's not going to present itself to you. But that's with anything. Yeah. If you want something, you got to go look for it. But yeah, I love rap. I mean, there's literally not a time in my life.
Why were we talking about that?
Because of the Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles, yeah. And so
Migos. No, but I want to say another reason that I have listened to other genres because hip hop pulls from so many other genres and it inspires other artists.
And that's another thing. Yeah, keep going.
Something that I like to do is like anything that I listen to, I'll see what samples they use and I'll go back and listen to that song. And so you get a lot of, funk, blues, even old country. Like there's something that's pulled from everything, and that's because the real rappers, like you were saying earlier when we were talking before the show, they all listen to everything. Yeah. And so there's so
really
much,
good rappers, dude.
Yeah. There's inspiration from every genre. And so you got to have an ear for everything if you do want to do that. Yeah. But I mean, go any album, just read the credits and just see who's credited, or go to even videos. They break down what's sampled. Go to YouTube and see every sample from whatever video and just listen to those samples, and you can hear the inspiration, and then you get to hear the little certain snippet that they used and like how they mixed it, and it's crazy.
What were you saying at the beginning of that though? I was gonna go off of another topic when you were first saying that line.
That the rap draws from all genres.
Oh man,
it pulls from everything. It's inspired by everything.
It's okay. We'll move on. I'll come back to it another time when I remember. I have a bad problem with remembering, guys. I can jump topic from topic and just forget about the last topic I was talking about.
Yeah,
so get used to that. Like,
if we let our ideas run wild, we'd be here for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But the next thing, again, congrats to Migos.
Yeah, congrats to Migos. Though.
Next thing on the list, Soulja Boy. Good Soulja Boy.
I need to stop doing that with Soulja Boy because let's not forget Soulja Boy is a great pioneer in hip hop. He created the whole as far as like how hip hop is streamed now. As far as how hip hop gets out there using the internet.
For those that don't know, Soulja Boy before anything, I mean obviously he was being a rapper, but he was really a tech driven kid, and so he would look up. If y'all remember what LimeWire is, the place where we would download music illegally, he would look up what were the hottest songs being downloaded at the time, and he would put his song, Crank That Soulja Boy, listed under that name so that everyone would download it, and he would do that like every day for however many weeks. And so people would download whatever song they were looking for, and then when they would download, they would say, you, boom, boom. Soulja Boy, tell him. But so he got it was his way of marketing.
Man, that song swept.
He got everyone to download it without their consent. Would get consent, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Soulja Boy was really a pioneer for that in his own aspect.
Yeah.
But shout out to Soulja Boy for that.
But what's going on
recent?
Recently he hasn't been doing so well. But
he's really just been a clown to everybody.
Yeah.
But Soulja Boy.
He's making some moves now, though.
Soulja Boy got on his Instagram Live and posted that he's giving out features for $25,000 to hit his DMs if you want one.
So Soulja Boy thinks that he is worth $25,000.
Not him. One verse.
That he thinks. That's what I'm saying. Soulja Boy thinks that one of his verses is worth $25,000.
Yes.
I'll pay Soulja Boy $100 for a verse.
Not even. I wouldn't pay Soulja Boy for a verse.
I would pay him I'd pay him $100 for a verse.
Soulja Boy.
And that's the most you're getting out of me, Soulja. I'm sorry.
Soulja
we
Boy,
talked about how like if you're in hip hop and if you fall off, you have to regain your status. And Soulja Boy, you're at that point where you have to regain your status.
See, but Soulja Boy, I don't know. I don't think Soulja Boy can come back. I don't see it happening. And if he does, big props to him. But Soulja Boy,
he has to stop being a clown.
Soulja Boy, if you get $25,000 for a feature, hit me up. I'll be your manager. Like I'm serious. You're not getting $2,500 for. I mean, maybe $2,500. You're not getting $25,000 for a feature.
No, from anybody, and anybody who pays him $25,000,
you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
That's it. You're a fucking idiot. Don't pay Soulja Boy that much for a fucking feature. Mike Will made it. Tweeted out that Shrem season starting this week. It's time to start giving y'all these new waves to vibe to. We appreciate the patience and support. Sremmlife. Are you ready for some Sremmlife music to drop?
I am ready. But what I find is weird is that why is Mike Will managing and promoting all of this?
Well, he's like their main producer.
Is he? Does
Yeah.
he do like most of their stuff?
Well, yeah, because you know how like Future's producers, either it's like Metro Boomin or
Yeah.
the other guy, what's his name? I forget.
I don't know. I just think it's weird like that.
Like
We've been getting all the updates
like
from the
Gucci
producer.
Mane. Gucci Mane uses Zaytoven a lot.
Yeah.
Drake, obviously his in-house producers OVO 40.
Yeah.
So
I mean, no hate, but I'm just saying I'm not used to seeing like getting updates from rappers to producers.
yeah,
Well, they're having their producers being the one leaking the information. But I think that's dope, especially the fact that Mike Will. I love Mike Will's beats.
what do you want to hear first? Do you want to hear a collab between them two, or do you want to hear a solo Slim Jimmy or a solo Sway Lee?
It would be smart for them to do the collab first.
Yeah.
To release that first, and
To
then
get the hype going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd be like, "Ooh, that was nice! Like that was
Yeah.
fun." And then hear the Sway Lee and then Slim Jimmy, because of course Sway Lee is the. I feel like he's the one people are paying attention to more.
Really?
He's like the front line.
I think Sway Lee. I feel like Sway Lee's album is going to be more like melodic, kind of happy singing.
You think he's gonna be singing?
And yeah, Slim Jimmy's going to be more the crazy Ray Shrimmer feel that we usually get.
Okay. See, I
and
don't know a
then,
lot
like,
about them. I'm not gonna be honest. Like I've listened to the music. The most of the music I listen to has been the stuff that is mainstream.
Yeah.
So on the radio. Which I usually like the shit they play
Yeah,
on the radio.
I mean they do pretty
But
good
I haven't
stuff.
gone into an album and dissected their album and listened to it personally. This will probably be the first album I will.
That's going to be a long one.
This will be the first one I probably will do.
That's going to be a triple album, and when we review that, it's going to be hell of a show. So stay tuned for that. Next news: French Montana put a picture on Instagram of Max B, and he captioned it "Wavy in the joint. Can't wait till you get home this year." So, from that being said, he's saying Max B is coming home
this year.
This year, 2018. What do you feel about that?
Big up to Max B, but it's gonna be, of course,
Big up to Max B.
nobody can expect anything coming from.
French Montana.
No, coming from like French Montana's not a source unless he keeps up with them, but coming from such an institution like that into this world and then trying to get back into whatever career, it's not easy.
Well, you got to think about it too. Max B wasn't huge when he got locked up, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gotten a little bit more of a following since he's been locked up.
Mm-hmm.
But Max B started the whole wave movement, so he needs some he needs some recognition.
Yeah.
He pioneered same thing like Soulja. He pioneered a new thing in hip hop. So yeah, Max B definitely needs some recognition. Of course, when he gets home, I don't think he's going to be the hugest thing in the world. But also, it could be a situation with Gucci Mane. When Gucci Mane got locked up, he wasn't big. I mean, he was known by trap music and like all the people in the hood that listened to him and shit. But no one expected him to blow up as much as he did when he got home.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the same thing goes for Lil Boosie.
Yeah.
If when he comes home, he gets big, I mean, that's going to be great. I hope it happens. But if it doesn't, we still got to respect him as a legend. So, yeah, shout out to Max B. I hope he does come home this year.
Yeah.
All right. Continuing with whole French Montana thing. Unforgettable is now 5 times platinum.
I was listening to it. I listened to right now, my go-to playlist is our playlist.
Yeah.
Just because I don't like to, because most of those songs I actually like, so I don't have to like go and sort them out myself.
Yeah.
They're actually right there, so definitely go check out our playlist if you like to keep up with the new music. Because like I said, I like to
we update
try to
the
listen
list
to everything.
constantly. We update it all the time. It's on Spotify. It's our music that we're into right now playlist. It's linked down in our description on YouTube. It's linked on our website if you want to go check that out. It's really good. I mean, we update it constantly. If there's a song on there that we don't like anymore, we delete it. If there's new songs on there that we do like, we put them on there. And it's not just
a good way for you to keep up.
It's not just new music either. It's literally music that we're into right now. If I like a song,
if it came out, like if
I like
Rich
a
or Die
song from
Trying,
it's gonna be on the list.
Yeah.
So
speaking about Get Rich or Die Trying, that
it had its anniversary.
It had its anniversary before we had
or
this.
The day before.
I think it was like 2 days ago.
Favorite song.
And then I went on. I didn't know that it's been 15 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, gee, because I remember when that album got released. Like me and all my friends were jamming it. It was a great album.
That was an iconic album cover.
And
he had the Gucci hat.
So since the fact that it was the anniversary, I went and re-listened to it.
Yeah.
And it's been probably years, and it's such a timeless album. Like, I was still like, this is still a dope album.
Everything about it is timeless. He had the outfit. He had the Gucci hat, the Gucci bandana, the Gucci. Okay, to all you new rappers with the Gucci belt shit, 50 Cent started that shit. Y'all better get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, y'all better watch out what y'all say, because y'all don't want to run in with
you
50.
don't
want to run in with 50.
You don't want beef with 50 because he will kill you on Instagram. That's a fact. But with that being said, what was your favorite track off of Get Rich or Die Trying?
Many men.
Many men? Okay.
Many men. Yeah, I don't know why that song...
No, it's a hard-ass song.
It was a hard-ass song, and then I like a lot of music. I'm a lyricist guy, and so I like a lot of music with good lyrics and a message, and you know, and he had some like life. He had some really good life lessons.
Yeah, life advice, lyrics. Everything.
Yeah, life
because
advice.
He's been through it.
Yeah.
So, mine was 21 Questions. I know it's kind of like a lovey-dovey song, but still, that song.
That was a good song.
Oh, that song's fucking amazing. The beat, just the way he rhymed everything together. The only thing that pissed me off about that song is I was listening to it again not too long ago, and I realized at the end the only reason he threw the word bus in there is so that he could rhyme it with us at the end, because it's like it doesn't make any sense that he said bus, because he's like, would you love me on a bus? I'll ask you 21 questions and they're all about us. But he didn't say like any other means of transportation, because if he would have been like, would you love me on a train? Would you love me on a bus? I'll ask you 21 questions, and they all about us. Like, that would have made sense.
You know what's funny is that the fact that he was able to correlate the fact that bus kind of means that you don't have your own ride.
Being broke, yeah.
Yeah, and so it kind of worked out anyway, but I get what you're saying.
He didn't, like, say any other means of transportation that would have made sense for him to say bus. So it's literally like he just threw the word bus in there to rhyme with us, but still great song.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make a rhyme, to make a bar.
But yeah, shout out to 50, shout out to French Montana.
Yep.
Our friend Kodak is going through some things right now.
I mean, the last time we talked, was the very first episode, we talked about how he wasn't invited to the barbecue because he was acting dumb on IG.
Yeah, he got his house raided on Instagram Live
because he was acting a fool.
He had guns and weed all in the house,
and his baby in the house,
while he was on house arrest.
Yeah.
So he's now
he
back
went through
in
the
jail.
case, but supposedly something's going on in this case right now. And I
don't know the exact details.
Yeah.
But supposedly the judge said some things, some inappropriate comments, not really sure what they are, and the whole case got dismissed because of
those comments. And so it could be looking good for Kodak. I don't know if that means they say the judge is dismissed. I don't know if that means the case is dismissed. But his judge is definitely not on the same case.
Yeah, so maybe they just got a different judge, but if he is still in jail, someone from his camp tweeted his information, his address, so you can send him letters.
Either you can send him letters, or if you want to put money in there, you don't
money
have to.
On his books. So
he has plenty of money, guys.
We're gonna put that money. We're gonna put that address up on the screen so you can take a look at it. But if you want to send him a letter,
I would like to write Kodak. I might write Kodak myself.
See what happens. So yeah. Free Kodak Black, free Meek Mill. Just want to get that. Free Bobby Shmurda.
Let's go to that one. Yeah.
Let's get into this next topic.
So, this is a guy that's never invited. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say never, because this is exactly why the topic is about. It looks like Donald Trump used to get invited to the barbecue back in the day.
Not my barbecue. So supposedly, from Donald Trump Jr., came out and said that his dad used to hang out with all the rappers.
With all the rappers. And it's funny because I've seen a lot of interviews with old school rappers talking about how Trump is now the president now.
Yeah.
And they usually ask him, like, what are your thoughts on Trump being president? And some of them kind of used to say that Trump used to hang around like he used to kind of be around the scene wherever they were, if they were at a club or at a bar or at a listening party, at a fashion thing, that Trump would be there.
I don't doubt that, because here's my reasoning behind it. You got to think about back in the 90s, the most popular city for rap it was L.A. and it was New York.
Yeah.
Trump is a New York dude. He's in New York all the time. Well, not now because he's in D.C.
Yeah.
But yeah, Trump was living New York. He was living that New York life. All these rappers were living that New York life. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they bumped into each other at the same time. But was Trump being invited to their house for parties and shit?
I don't know. See, a lot of these artists too, they don't want to say it. I can tell they don't want to say it, but they kind of say that if Trump wasn't president, would he be having so much hate this wasn't getting so much hate before he was president? And I've heard even people.
No, he wouldn't.
And I agree with that. I've heard this line several times, and I heard comedians kind of put this in this way. But a lot of people say that Trump, the fact that he's in power is ridiculous. But they say if he wasn't in power, that this guy used to be like a party animal, and he's kind of like this. He's kind of a kind of guy that you would want to be around of. Yeah. And I remember either a comedian or an artist say that everybody's group kind of has a Trump. In that group, Trump is kind of life is balance, and so Trump is kind of that balance of everybody kind of has one of those friends, and I know I have one of those friends in my group, and it's always kind of funny because they're always like rude and like inappropriate, like in just like inappropriate situations. They're always like saying things that you shouldn't be saying, and so it's kind of funny to have those guys around.
Yeah.
But those guys shouldn't be in power.
No.
So I don't doubt the fact that Trump used to hang around these guys. But that still doesn't.
That doesn't change
the fact that he's doing some crazy shit.
Okay, so Trump just wanted to be famous. He just wanted everyone to know him. That's all he wanted. He was already rich.
Yeah.
When he decided that he wanted to be famous, so that was his choice to make. So when he decided to run for president and put himself in that spotlight, that means that he knew that everyone was going to be fucking looking at him, and they were going to be judging everything that he did. So if he didn't want to be hated by everyone,
oh yeah, so definitely
that's his fault.
Even though Trump Jr. said that his dad used to hang out with all the rappers,
yeah,
don't think that just after this, Trump is probably never going to hang out with any of those rappers ever again. Those guys are never going to want him around anymore. He lost a lot of those connections.
No, he lost everything. Yeah. Not everything, obviously. He gained a lot of shit because he's the fucking commander of the U.S. But look, I fucking hate this guy. I fucking hate Donald Trump, and I'm going to say it every time his name comes up.
You hate him because he's in power, but like we said, listen, to be honest, if he wasn't in power...
No, because none of the shit would have ever came out.
Yeah, none of the shit would be happening. But, Donald Trump...
I'm saying if Trump would have just stayed where he was and kept everything to himself, I'd still be like, yeah, cool, Trump. Like he's an all right guy, I guess, because we didn't know all these things about him. Yeah. But now that we do, I have to voice my opinion. I fucking hate him. Yeah. So I can't wait for him to fucking stop being the president.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck how many rappers you hung out with, Trump.
Kanye 2020. That's something I will get behind. Kanye.
So, next thing we want to get into, I want to give out a congratulations to Mr. Travis Scott.
Oh, yeah.
And Kylie Jenner for having their little baby.
And the name has just been released as well because everybody was speculating, what are they going to name their baby? Because everybody's wrapped up in the Kardashian world.
There was a big fan theory that the name was going to be Posey for a couple of reasons. Posey could be short for mariposa, which is Spanish for butterfly. And the reasoning behind that is that... Kylie Jenner has a lip kit called Posey. Her and Travis Scott both have matching butterfly tattoos. And 9 months ago is when Butterfly Effect dropped by Travis Scott. So it was like a cool fan theory. I don't know who spent that much time looking into it.
That's cool, though.
Trying to figure out the name.
I wonder if they know that they
I don't know, but it was wrong.
This butterfly
connections,
yeah.
It was wrong. The name ended up being Stormy. So,
I don't even hate Stormy. What's funny, though, about Stormy? Sorry for all the Stormies out there in the world, but I know every Stormy that I've met has not been the greatest person.
I've never met a Stormy in my life.
They've not been the greatest person. I've not ran into, like, a Stormy that I've been happy to meet.
Well, yeah, congratulations.
But it's fun. Man, we had a little running joke going on here at the shop. We were talking about, like, because we even got into the speculations of what Travis Scott's baby was going to name, and I was talking about, wouldn't it be funny if he named it one of his ad-libs?
Oh, yeah. We named it, like, It's Lit.
Yeah, like, It's Lit.
There's a funny video. It's like Kylie and Travis Scott's baby's first cry, and it's just this auto-tuned, just crying baby, and it's the funniest shit. If you have a chance, go look that up and check it out. But yeah, congratulations to Travis Scott. Congratulations to Kylie Jenner.
Yes.
How crazy it to think that Kanye's kid and Travis Scott kids are cousins now.
That is nuts. I didn't think about that. Well, he's part of that family now.
Yeah.
Travis Scott and Kanye are part of they're like brother-in-laws. They're brother-in-laws.
They're brother-in-laws now.
That's nuts.
So
that's something I didn't even think about.
With that being said, Kylie's ex, Tyga, has a new girlfriend. Looks identical to Kim Kardashian. What are your feelings on that?
It's funny, man. It looks just like him. Mostly, and you can tell this girl has had actual surgery to her face to look like him. He has a thing with Kim. He has a thing with Kardashians, obviously. Tyga, I got done talking about Tyga after I don't know. I told you there was a thing where artists get into drama, and I kind of stopped listening to him.
Yeah.
I think he got into some drama, and I kind of stopped listening to him. So I haven't really even been
Tyga.
Yeah, like been paying attention to what Tyga's doing. Yeah,
if you're happy, that's fine. But this girl,
stop,
this girl looks exactly like Kim Kardashian.
The Kardashians. Hey, she ain't gonna give you no help like the Kardashians. She might look like them.
She might have Kim's look, but she don't got Kim's bank account.
She ain't got Kim's connects. She ain't got Kim's bank account. So
Tyga, how you have every Kardashian family member tweet about your album and you only sold 2,000 units? Explain that one to me, Tyga.
Damn. That's true, because everybody does everything.
How do you have the biggest family in the world tweet about your album and you still don't sell shit? You think, oh my gosh, Tyga. Look, if you're happy, that's fine. Do you. But this girl looks exactly like Kim Kardashian, and I need you to stop it.
Yeah.
Okay? Tyga, I like you. You have nice bars. Whenever you do spit, you spit. Like, you do have good shit.
Hey, man, and I mean...
Again, everyone's one hit away. So, Tyga, if you make a comeback, that's fine by me.
I mean, you made a fall, but I will say that back in my party days, Tyga, you were the reason for a lot of, like, me having great times, man. Making Nasty, I got a lot of Making Nasty on me because of that song. So I want to say thank you for that.
Also, I want to say Faded is a great song, and it has one of Lil Wayne's verses. Lil Wayne has one of the best verses I've ever heard in my life on that song. So... yeah, shout out to Tyga, but also not shout out to Tyga.
Yeah, at the same time. In other news,
fix what's wrong.
In other news, there's somebody else that's making some milestones, and for that reason, their father decided to
joke around a little bit.
And also make a tribute video.
So. Artist that I'm really liking this past year and going into the next couple years.
And I gave him a lot of stuff for it, and I ended up changing my mind on the facts. The album was pretty good that he dropped last year. We're talking about
Mr. Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith.
His song Icon, which is on our playlist on Spotify, just hit 100 million streams on Spotify. So congratulations to him. But to celebrate his father, Will Smith, who is an actual icon, a living legend,
yes. In hip hop as well.
In hip hop
and in acting.
In acting and in comedy, everything.
Yeah, in comedy.
He put up a video of him dressed like Jaden reenacting the Icon music video.
And I thought it was so
it's really funny. I mean, it's clever.
It's
Will Smith.
I don't want to sound soft, but it's a really cute thing.
Yeah, it's a father-son connection.
Yeah, because it was something that, like, even though it was almost clowning on him, and it's a big tribute to have your father reenact
something that you
did.
Yeah,
yeah.
It'd be different if Jaden Smith like remade something from his dad's past. Like, of course that'd be funny and cool.
Yeah.
But to have it the other way around, like have a father come down, hey son, I'm really proud of you. You're doing big things out here.
That has done such a big career himself.
Yeah.
And now congratulate you. And even make a really good edited video. He had a whole camera crew.
Yeah.
To do this, and he had to plan out his outfit, and it was really funny. It was really cute. It was cool. I liked it. I watched it 2 or 3 times. It was.
It's funny, and the thing is too, like Jaden Smith, he's gonna have a great career ahead of him, and it's not because his father is Will Smith. It's because of the things that he's doing, which makes it even more remarkable.
Because at first, if people don't remember Jaden Smith's career, at first,
everyone laughed at him.
He was, people were laughing at him. But then again, he didn't make it very easy on himself as well. But as you can tell, Jaden is growing, and that's something that we got to take in consideration with a lot of these kids that are coming into the hip hop world. A lot of people are giving him a lot of shit. I know a lot of like my personal friends are giving them a lot of shit and discrediting their art in general. Like they're just discrediting them and throwing their album out the window. You know, just solely, just like no. And I'm like, you gotta think these guys are kids, and they're still growing every year. They're not the same people every week.
Yeah,
like they're still learning, and they're still learning how to be adults, and they're learning how to move in this industry. So that's something to take in consideration with these kids.
Yeah,
man.
no one is going to be the same for that amount of time.
Yeah,
because
Jaden's one of those great things, those great examples that he grew, and now he's doing great things as he's growing.
Me in middle school, I hate middle school me, but it's the thing that happened.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, it's just something that we have to accept.
Yeah.
So, think we got one more thing in our news. So we are here shooting in Dallas. Dallas, Texas.
So we're talking about a little bit of local news here now.
And for those that don't know, we do shoot here at Hypnotic Donuts on Garland Road.
Yeah.
Come get some donuts.
Across the street from the Cheesecake Royale.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people know that they have a good recognition of themselves. So if y'all know that place, we're right across the street.
Right across the street. But yeah, I make chicken biscuits up here. My guy Justin rolls out the donuts every morning.
I also crank the cake donuts as well.
Yeah, so I mean, we're here doing our thing. So if you want to come get some donuts from us, please let us know.
Yeah, and they've been supporting us, letting us film here.
Letting us film here, letting us have the space.
So it's cool having a company back us up on trying to help us fulfill our dreams and
we got big things coming with the company too that I can't get into right now, but you'll see some things coming soon. Also, there's going to be a pop-up shop here next week, so I'll post a picture of that so y'all can see.
Yes, for all my fashion brand.
If you know who Johnny Cupcake is, you'll want to be here.
Yeah.
So I'll let y'all know about that. I'll post a picture up on our video.
But talking about local news, like we're talking about all this local news, Dallas and Texas in general have a hip hop festival that we do every year.
It's a Texas festival. It's Dallas, Austin, and this year they added Houston, and it is the JMBLYA.
And it looks dope. JMBLYA
has been in Texas probably for the past 5 years, I would want to say. 5 or 6.
Probably. I didn't start getting onto them until 2 years ago.
I didn't go to my first one until 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The first one that I went to was when Future headlined.
Yeah.
And it was Future, Ray Shrimmerd, and a couple other people. But that one was the first one that I went, and I went last year too. Chance the Rapper headlined. Migos was there. And so JMBLYA is happening this year in Dallas. It's going to be on May 4th.
And they've been recently stringing us along and giving us updates every week on giving us new headliners.
How JMBLYA does it is they'll release the tickets without letting you know who's going to the concert. And then after that, every time they announce a certain round of people that are coming, ticket prices go up. So the first round and the second round dropped of people that are attending. And the first round includes Kaz, who is signed to J. Cole, Kylie, Jack Harlow, Playboy Cardi, Trippie Redd, Ski Mask the Slump God, and special guest Bun B, Trey the Truth, and DJ Mr. Rogers. That's just the openers.
That was just the openers, guys.
Those are just the openers. We also got the second round of people that are coming, but let's talk about the first round for a little bit.
Yeah.
Who are you excited to see?
Man, he sent me the information. He was the one that told me about JMBLYA releasing their rounds. And when he sent me that, I was so excited because a lot of people who don't know, I've talked about it a few times, but I'm actually a big Trippie Redd fan. I'm a Trippie Redd advocate, along with Ski Mask and Playboy Cardi. I saw this and I was extremely excited. And the fact that they're also doing tributes to do Texas greats, legends, Bun B, Trey the Truth, and DJ Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
It's it's cool. It's real dope. I like this.
I'm excited for Ski Mask, Slum God, obviously, I'm a big fan of his.
Ski Mask is gonna get it popping. Man, it's gonna be crazy when Ski Mask comes on.
Bum B, I'm definitely excited for. And Kaz, he signed to J. Cole. He has a lot of bars. If y'all don't know about him, please go check him out.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who Kaz, Kelly, and Jack Harlow is. So if I'm sleeping, y'all let me know if I'm sleeping.
Yeah, Kaz, he's great. He has a I don't know if it's an album or a mixtape. It's called Cause and Effect. Some good shit on there. So those are just the openers. We still got our round 2. They got announced, and the lineup
round
for
2
that
was ridiculous. He
Migos,
sent me that. I woke up to this message and I flipped shit.
Migos, Cardi B, and Kevin Gates, who was fresh out of jail.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Cardi.
Man,
I'm not gonna lie.
flipped shit
I saw
when
Migos.
I saw that.
Migos last year. They turned that shit up.
Yeah, I saw Migos last year, and now they're coming with their sister-in-law / new fiance. And I think it's gonna be dope, man. Because I've been wanting to see Cardi. I'm a huge Cardi fan.
Yeah, I love Cardi.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Kevin Gates, there's no hate towards him. He's just hasn't been my style.
Yeah.
He's that real hard. Like, if you want to be a hard
gangster rap
dude and cruise around in your car and be that guy, Kevin Gates usually has that bump in music for you. So I sometimes like to feel that way, but I'm usually listening to classics like Bun B when I feel that way.
Yeah. I saw Kevin Gates 2 years ago, the first JMBLYA that I went to, and it was all right. Last year we saw Lil Uzi at JMBLYA.
Lil Uzi.
That was fun.
With his shoulder roll.
He did.
He was.
I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I wanted to go see Lil Uzi was to see EXO Tour Life live, and that shit was ridiculous. But yeah, I saw him. I saw Migos.
Last year was nuts, guys.
Chance the Rapper, Steve
JMBLYA was
Aoki.
nuts last year.
Yeah. But yeah,
they have
this
Black
year
here, and I'm a Black fan. I'm a huge Black fan.
Yeah, Black 6 Lack.
Yeah, 6 Lack.
He gets mad if you call him.
Yeah,
that,
he
so
did.
No disrespect to Black.
Yeah.
But
Young Dolph was here. Gucci, man,
Gucci
the legend
Mane
was here.
Yeah. Young Dolph.
Young Dolph.
That was all last year, though.
Yeah.
This year,
I'm
excited for Cardi.
And there's still one more round to be announced. And
Probably 2.
And my only question is Cardi B and Migos are already like big headliners, I feel like. So
without a doubt.
How are they going to top that?
Who is
topping that? That's what I
see,
hope.
because last year was Chance the Rapper's big year, right? He headlined the whole show. So he was above Migos.
Who was last year's big? Who made a big debut last year? Who made a lot of noise? And I hope it's not Tekashi.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Tekashi would definitely be an opener. Since he hasn't been announced yet, I doubt he's coming.
No, yeah, I don't think so.
But I don't. Maybe.
Me personally, I hope it's Post. A lot of people are gonna argue that if Post is bigger than Migos.
No, he's not. I think if Post would have been coming, he would have already been announced.
He would have been announced. I would really like to see Post.
I saw Post Malone 2 years ago at JMBLYA, but this is when he was fresh on the scene.
Yeah,
I'm talking
when he was still from Dallas. He might have just moved.
I'm talking Post Malone had like maybe 3 or 4 songs out at the time, and then the day before the show he released that mixtape August 26th,
which had White Iverson on it.
No, that was the album Stoney. I don't know if a lot of people know songs off of August 26th. That was a good mixtape. But he released that the day before, and I was like, damn, I got to listen to this whole thing because tomorrow he's going to perform the songs from it. Post Malone performed for like 15 minutes and then left, and all he performed was like Too Young and White Iverson. He's like, all right, Dallas, bye. And that was it. So I was kind of disappointed. I did eventually go see him again before Stoney came out, and he did perform songs from August 26th.
Yo, what if... No, they can't do that, though. I don't think Tyler... I was going to say, what if Tyler... does 2-3 stops in Texas?
He might,
because he's already done a tour.
He's coming on Thursday.
He's coming again Thursday, and he might be at JMBLYA.
If I'm speculating here, I think the top. I don't know the people that I think could top Migos. It would be
Cardi B.
And Cardi B, it'd be like Kendrick Lamar, Drake.
But he's about to be here for the championship.
Yeah, but
tour.
He's gonna be here the same month for the championship tour, so I doubt it's gonna be Kendrick Lamar.
Drake is too big. He wants to perform at American Airlines, but he might do it for the people. He's a people's person. He might do it for the people and do JMBLYA.
I really don't know who else could top Migos or Cardi B.
Not in the hip hop.
I don't know. I'm excited to see the rest of the lineup.
It would have to be a huge name.
They said they're gonna announce another round this week, and it's already Wednesday, so we still got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're probably gonna announce it Friday.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that again next week.
Yeah, because I'm excited already. I'm probably going to get my ticket this Friday.
Yeah, we gotta see.
We're also gonna try to make the Tyler concert. It doesn't right now. It's not looking so good, but we're trying to make their concert this Thursday, Tyler. If you happen to listen to this,
Tyler the Creator, we're trying to come see you.
Somehow this gets to you.
Vince Staples is opening for him, so I think that one's gonna be really good too. But I think that's it for our news this week, and let's get into the next thing in our menu, which is new music that is releasing. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the Black Panther album, which is coming out.
It's about to drop this Friday, guys.
TDE said that they are in control of this whole project.
It's been mostly...
And the track list already came out. 2 songs are already out. Pray For Me, which is The Weeknd and Kendrick Lamar, and All the Stars, which is SZA and Kendrick Lamar.
No, and another one, Kill the King. Or The King... something.
King's Dead?
Yeah, King's Dead.
I haven't heard that one yet. I heard
That's
the other
one
two
that
already.
A lot of speculations going around with Future's verse. He's getting a lot of backlash for that.
I haven't heard that one yet, but I'm excited for this album. I'm excited for the movie.
I'm excited for the album and the movie, but possibly more the album just because of the fact that I'm more of a music fan. Because I love TDE too. I think TDE is one of the greatest groups.
Yeah.
As of right now. Yeah. In period too. They have some great talent on TDE. So that's yeah. That looks awesome. I'm ready for it.
Yeah,
but,
it's basically going to be a Kendrick Lamar album, pretty much.
But yeah, man, talking about that line from you, dude, you got to listen to that song, that King's Dead. Yeah. So Future has a verse on there, and it's his normal Future verse, and then it kind of breaks down, and he goes into like this nursery rhyme thing.
Oh, really?
And it stops, and then he just starts off with the. And people are like, "What the is this?" People are like, "What is Future doing?"
Future's, doing Future.
And he's getting a lot more hate than I thought he was gonna get because I didn't even care. I thought he was being funny. Like, just when I hear rappers do something dumb like that or out of character, to me, it's a way of a rapper saying, "I'm so good at this that I can just do whatever.
I can joke around."
Yeah, I can joke around and do whatever. And so I thought it was that, and I was like, "This is funny, whatever." But a lot of people are hating on it and saying, "Oh, a lot of people are saying it's not hip hop." That's why. They're like, "This is a lot of people are like, this isn't hip hop."
Future is hip hop.
Yeah.
Future made March Madness. I don't give a fuck what he does. Yeah, I'm excited for the album. Yeah. Ready to listen to that. Next thing that's coming out is King Soulja number 8.
Soulja's trying to drop some stuff.
Soulja Boy is dropping another mixtape.
I won't listen to it.
I'm not listening to it either. Next topic.
Yeah, next topic. It was there.
Migos, Gucci Mane, Lil Yachty are all releasing a project together called Glacier Boys.
That sounds nice.
I'm down with that.
I'm down with that. Man, I like Yachty. We haven't heard from Yachty since
Teenage Emotions.
Teenage Emotions. The Teenage Emotions didn't get a very good review.
Heard on the Quality Control QC's mixtape, like their collab. The whole QC label came out with one mixtape. The Lil Yachty had some hot verses on there. If you haven't heard Ice Tray, Lil Yachty has a mean ass verse on there. Yeah, I mean, I still like Yachty. A lot of people don't, but I need him to drop Little Boat 2 before that drops.
Yachty needs to. I feel like, I mean, some people can tell me if this is different or not, but in my opinion, in the world of like things that are hype at the moment, Yachty was hyped for a long time, and then whenever they had that witch hunt after Yachty, people kind of almost didn't want to touch Yachty no more. People didn't want to even talk about that. I listen to Yachty. I'm a Yachty fan because they didn't want to get the backlash from the Yachty
haters.
The haters, yeah. And so I think that Yachty kind of felt like I said, a lot of people, by the time Teenage Emotion came out, nobody was even promoting it because people didn't want to talk about Yachty.
Yeah. Well, also he had that crazy ass. The cover.
Oh yeah, and
the cover caused a lot of controversy because there's like 2 dudes kissing on it. There's a chick with vitiligo. There's another kid with green hair. But it was like it's literally an album for teenagers.
For somebody who has some sort of logic and they understand like creativity, I was able to grasp it very easily by looking at what he was going for.
Yeah.
And
it was an all-inclusive album.
Yeah.
It was all for teenagers who go through shit all the time, and they go through a lot of emotions and changes and phases and stuff. Not to say that you know, like, and any of that is a phase.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, people go through shit, especially teenagers, and so it was an album specifically built for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like Yachty. I'm excited for this collab project. I'm not the biggest Gucci fan in the world, but recently I have been liking him more and more.
All right, so here's the thing with Gucci. Gucci is a legend in
Oh,
hip
without a
hop,
doubt.
and the only reason why he is a legend is because he was one of these artists he would mass produce music, and he had a different way of coming at it and how to making a name for himself.
Yeah.
And so in that way, he was a pioneer. And with saying that, like I was saying, I was kind of always a Gucci fan. I wouldn't say I was always a Gucci fan. I kind of like picked and chose songs that I like from Gucci.
I picked and chose too.
And I respect his hustle. But it wasn't until last year when he dropped Drop Top WAP where I was like, this was Gucci's best project ever. I can listen to that a lot.
And people are going to come for you for saying that, but
I don't care.
Yeah.
Drop Top WAP, Gucci's man's best album, best project. It was dope, man. I listened to that thing from front to back.
yeah, so when I never really liked Gucci. I'm not really into the whole, you know, drug dealing, killing, hardcore rap that is out there. But I mean, with that being said, I do like 21 Savage and shit like that. But I like some of it. So like the songs that I did, I liked Bricks. That's a hard ass song right there. And Lemonade, another good classic Gucci Mane song.
Oh yeah, that song bumps.
That I love things about her, but I don't love her. I love the way she treat me. Yeah, Gucci Mane, he's a legend.
He's had some hit bangers. So Icy.
I don't know. I can't like listen to a full Gucci project all the way through. But
you gotta listen to Drop Top WAP.
Recently, he's been coming with some. Met Gala off of Drop Top WAP actually like really changed my perspective on Gucci.
Well, you gotta listen to Drop Top WAP
because Met
in general.
Gala was fucking
because
amazing.
then after Drop Top WAP, he released Mr. Davis, and I didn't like that one. And then he just released another one,
El Gato,
and I didn't like that
Glacier.
one either. So like, I'm gonna stick on my saying that Drop Top WAP was his favorite. It might be his only greatest project.
But also,
but
you gotta release Gucci releases so much music where you can like only one project and still be okay with it.
Yeah.
Because you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that Gucci releases so many projects, even if a lot of them are misses, he's always gonna hit. He's gotta have a hit somewhere.
Gucci, he had a deal with Atlantic. I forgot for how many albums it was, and he finished the deal with like in a year or two because he releases so much music that he is able to do that.
Yeah.
And so like he had to make Atlantic give him another deal like quicker than any other artist because he releases that many albums. Mm-hmm. So yeah, shout out to Gucci.
Shout out to Gucci.
New thing that's coming out. Kendrick Lamar and Travis Scott said they have a collaboration coming out this Friday.
That'll be nice. I'll be looking out for it. I'm
always
always looking out.
I like their last collab together, Goosebumps. Great song right there. Kendrick's verse is ridiculous. I mean, everything about that song is great. So.
And for final news, this was released today. I found this today. I was just scrolling through my stuff, and Snoop Dogg released that he is dropping a new EP
on the 20th.
On the 20th. And I don't know how often he releases music, but
I don't know what his last song. I know I have one friend. She does mixes and shit. Her name is Amber Cut. Mm-hmm. If y'all want to go check her out, but she swears by his album Bush. I think that one came out in 2015. She swears that that's like one of the best albums that she's ever heard in her life, and it's a Snoop Dogg album.
I'm gonna have to check that out because no disrespect to Snoop Dogg and a lot of I'm gonna make this comment on a lot of old rappers, and I know I'm gonna get like some hate on it because I know there's a lot of rappers that still keep up in the game, but as far as me, like with rappers like Snoop Dogg, they were great at the time, but I feel like a lot of like their newer stuff, since they've been rapping for so long and doing it for so long, I feel like I've already heard a lot of their bars that they're spitting.
I feel like a lot of rappers, like once they're old enough, it's like they're not making music for me anymore. They're making music for their core fans, and they know they're not going platinum. They know they're not selling out arenas. They're doing it literally for the love of music, and I appreciate that, but it's not for me. And
so I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably give it a listen to, because
and it's an EP. So if it's anything like Drake's EP, it'll only be 2 songs.
Yeah.
So
I'm not taking it out of the situation. It's still there.
But that's going to wrap up our new music segment, so we're going to go right into our next thing. Justin, who is invited to our barbecue this week?
Who's invited, guys? Because we, like, man, talking about who's invited to the cookout. Speaking about cookout, guys, the Super Bowl just passed, and there was a huge cookout at my family. So I had a whole bunch of fajitas and sausages and man, we had everything, sides for days. And you know who's getting a piece of all that? That boy Drizzy.
That boy Drizzy
That
Drake.
boy Drizzy Drake, man. But it seems like he could do no wrong these days.
That boy Drizzy Drake is doing good things out here.
Recently, when he went to Miami and he was doing the trip over there in Miami, and this was one of the things I like about Drake. I was talking to my boy Kane here about it. One thing I like about Drake is, man, he went to a place and showed love to a community that he's not from. That he was born and raised there. He might have some friends there, but he went to go give back to the community, going to the school, and with that, he also gave a scholarship and donated money. He gave a $50,000 scholarship to a student, and then donated $25,000 to Miami Senior High School, which I think is big ups to Drake for just looking out for the community and being there for them.
Yeah, Drake
and being a good guy.
Yeah, shout out to Drake.
You get to eat.
Stay in school, kids.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, if you think that school is the right path for you, then you should definitely stay in school.
Yep.
Yeah, find a career out here. It's hard. Life is hard.
Yeah, life is hard.
So, shout out to Drake for helping out with a scholarship.
Yeah.
It's not easy to find money. It just doesn't fall in your lap.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shout out to Drake. With
yeah.
that being said, who is not invited
Who's being
to the
held
barbecue?
at the door,
yeah.
man?
Who's security stopping this week?
Man, security stopping. We touched on it, but I feel like this person has always been kind of questionable if they should even be going to the cookout. He's one of those people that he kind of goes to the cookout, but not everybody associates with him.
Yeah, no one sits at his table.
Yeah, nobody really sits at his table too much. But now it looks like this week he's gonna have to stay at the door right there and not come in, Tyga, because if you bring your girl along, I don't want to see that lookalike. I want to see that clown.
Tyga.
That clone. I mean, she's not a clown.
She might be. I don't know.
No, I don't want to see a clone of Kim.
I don't. We won't know because she's not allowed through the door. Her and Tyga.
Yeah.
Y'all stay out there.
Yeah, no clones.
My cousin is 16. I don't want you looking at her, Tyga.
Yeah, that's true too. You've had a lot of some
Tyga,
stuff.
we knew you were with Kylie. Why didn't you just say it? You had to wait till she turned 18. Come on. You did it on the day of her birthday.
Tyga.
Yeah,
and
Tyga. Now you're with a Kim lookalike.
Now you're fully stopped at the door, Tyga.
sorry we had to do it to you, Tyga, but you're not coming to the barbecue this week.
Not this week.
So that's gonna be it for that. Let's get right into our next segment, the closing segment of the day.
Which is the closing segment, guys.
We're
wrapping it up.
This is the rhyme game, and for those that don't know, we start off with one word. We go back and forth rhyming it. You can also go with 2-word phrases if they make sense, and you'll get the gist of it as we play. So currently, me and Justin are 1-1. I won the first week. He won last week. So
and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling too creative today. So we'll see how it goes.
How today goes.
Hopefully, I can come up with
what we want y'all
words
to do. Once we start getting suggestions on Twitter for words that y'all want us to start off a rhyme with, we'll write them down and put them in a jar, and then we'll pull them out.
Don't come up with some crazy words.
Yeah,
like some.
We need some simple rhymes.
Some out of the like.
Expialidocious.
You're using like astronomy words. Don't do that.
So, yeah,
like astronomy.
Just write us suggestions on Twitter, and we'll do that. But for now, we'll come up with our own words until y'all start doing that. So, Justin, you want to come up with the word this week?
Let's see. Yeah, man, I'm looking at some drawings. We'll do draw.
We'll do draw. Okay, do you want to start off or you want me to start off?
I'll do it. Draw.
Fall.
Call.
Doll.
Mall.
House. Fuck. Nah.
I lost. You just lost. Dang. And I thought I was the one that was out of the feeling. I think I caught Kane off guard.
Yeah, he caught me off guard.
Dang, that was a tactic there.
It's because I thought 2 steps ahead when you said mall. I don't know what I was gonna say, but for some reason the word house popped into my head.
You were like, draw a house.
Yeah, you got.
I got you, man.
I got myself. I'm not.
I tripped him up.
Justin won though. So right now we're currently has 2 wins. I have 1. Maybe we'll get a whiteboard and put it up right here so y'all can
possibly
so y'all can see who's winning and who's not. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up this week for the Backyard Barbecue podcast.
Hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah, we
keep tuning in. We're gonna keep doing this. This is gonna be consistent. We're gonna keep it consistent. If anything, we're gonna grow and start doing more episodes.
Yeah,
we might move it to 2 times a week.
Yeah,
if we get it there.
We eventually, I want to get to the point where this is something I can do full time, and maybe we can have an episode every day, something like that, like a Monday through Friday schedule. But yeah, guys, this is something.
Man, I would love to talk about hip hop all day.
Yeah, this is something I really enjoy doing.
Oh yeah. I look forward to this day every week. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, all week we just talk about it in the kitchen to each other. Waiting for the episode so we can record. But I mean, we got other things going on to the point where we can't do this every day.
Yeah, I work 2 jobs, guys.
Not even like twice a week. I go to school full time and I'm here full time, and then I got responsibilities at my house too. So I mean, we go through some things, but I mean, we're here.
We're
all
human. Everybody has stuff to do.
But we're here for hip hop at all times.
Oh yeah.
And with that being said, we want y'all to listen to us, and we want y'all to tell about us to other people.
Oh yeah, man. Talk about us. We're like I said, we're gonna get better at this, and we're trying to create and kind of trying to make it as listenable as possible and as drawing to people as possible. Easy to listen to. So I know for a fact that we're gonna keep getting better, and I know if any of y'all have any constructive criticism, I'm not a hater, man. I don't have a big ego, so like I don't take criticism hard. If you say, oh man, you can do something better this way, go ahead, let us know.
We're gonna take that all into account.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that being said, you can go follow us on all our social medias. You can go to our website where it's all linked on there. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Where our podcast is now being uploaded to iTunes.
Every platform.
We're on Stitcher. We're trying to get to Spotify, but we do have our playlist on Spotify where you can go check us out. We're on YouTube, and if you want to go follow our personal accounts, they're all linked down below in our YouTube videos.
For sure.
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Snapchat, Instagram,
this boy everywhere.
I'm
only on IG, on
I have
Twitter.
my personal SoundCloud on there too. I know my boy Justin does too.
Yeah. I don't do any music or anything, but you might be able to follow what music I'm into and what I'm listening to. But I have an IG and a Twitter, and you won't get your Snap. Sorry, that's VIP only.
Also, if there's any local companies or any big companies out there that want to sponsor us, please let us know and reach out to us. We have our email listed on our website, and also, like we said, it takes some stuff to make this show. So if you do want to send us some money, we have our PayPal linked on our website and in our YouTube videos. So if that's something you want to do, just go ahead and do that.
Oh, yeah.
And,
show some love.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the show again.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Backyard Barbecue Podcast. I'm your host, Kane Patrick.
Until next time, man, this is Jay Vivid.
Peace.
Peace out.
Backyard Barbecue Podcast. The premier hip-hop podcast in the game.